people think respect is earned through power, through status, through money. But psychology says something very different. Some people walk into a room and instantly command respect, without speaking loudly, without showing off, without trying. And others can talk non-stop, explain themselves endlessly, and still get ignored. So what's the difference? It's not confidence the way most people think. It's not dominance. And it's definitely not being aggressive. It's one psychological skill. And once you master it, people feel your presence before you say a word. The skill is emotional self-control. Not silence, not coldness, not emotional suppression, but control. Psychology shows that humans instinctively respect those who are not ruled by their emotions. Why? Because emotional control signals strength, clarity, and safety. When someone doesn't react impulsively, the brain interprets it as higher status. Think about it. When a person gets angry easily, over-explains themselves, or reacts emotionally to every situation, what do we feel? Uncertainty, instability, weakness. But when someone stays calm under pressure, people lean in. Not because they're afraid, but because the mind says, this person is grounded, this person is solid. Why emotional control triggers respect instantly? The human brain is constantly scanning for hierarchy, not consciously, but biologically. We assess who reacts, who stays calm, who seeks approval, who doesn't need it. When someone remains emotionally stable, the subconscious brain reads it as, this person doesn't need external validation. And the moment you don't need validation, you gain authority. This is why leaders speak slowly. Why confident people pause before answering. Why calm energy dominates chaotic energy every time. The power of not reacting immediately. Here's where most people lose respect without realizing it. They react too fast. Someone challenges them. They defend immediately. Someone disrespects them. They get emotional. Someone disagrees. They over-explain. Psychology calls this reactive behavior, and it signals insecurity. The brain thinks, if they're reacting this fast, they're emotionally invested. If they're emotionally invested, they're not in control. Now compare that to someone who pauses. They don't rush to respond. They don't raise their voice. They don't explain themselves unnecessarily. That pause is power. That pause forces the other person to fill the silence. And silence, used correctly, is dominance. Why silence commands respect? Silence is uncomfortable. And whoever is comfortable with silence controls the interaction. When you don't rush to speak, you signal confidence, thoughtfulness, emotional regulation. People start projecting depth onto you. They think they must be thinking something important. They must be selective with their words. They must know something I don't. Even if you say very little, especially if you say very little. The respect-killing habit you must stop. If you want instant respect, you must stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve explanations. Over-explaining is a form of seeking approval. It tells the other person, I need you to understand me. I need you to agree with me. I need validation. And the moment you need something emotionally, you lose leverage. Respect comes from self-trust, from knowing that your position doesn't need constant defense. Confident people explain when it adds value. Insecure people explain to feel safe. Controlled emotion versus coldness, let's be clear. This is not about being emotionless. Cold people don't command respect. They create distance. Controlled people create gravity. You can be warm, kind, and empathetic, while still being emotionally grounded. The difference? You choose when to react. You choose when to speak. You choose what deserves your energy. That choice is what people respect. How to practice. this skill daily. Start with small moments. When someone says something provocative, pause. When someone interrupts you, pause. When someone disagrees, pause. Breathe before responding. Not to manipulate, but to stay centered. You're training your nervous system to remain calm under stimulus, and over time, people feel it. They may not understand why, but they'll feel it. Why people treat you differently. After this, once you master emotional self-control, 3 things happen. People think twice before disrespecting you because they can't read you easily. Your words carry more weight because you don't waste them. You stop chasing validation, and respect follows naturally. Respect is not demanded, it's felt, and it always starts internally. The final truth: the most respected people are not the loudest, not the most aggressive, not the most reactive. They are the most emotionally disciplined. If you master emotional self-control, you don't need to prove anything.